Grand Rising, welcome to Backyard Morning Coffee Chat, people. Hope you guys had a fantastic weekend. My glasses are fogging up. It's that humid out here. So I'm gonna try to see if I can read today without my glasses. I don't know how that's gonna happen. It's super foggy. Every time I put it on, it gets really foggy. That's how humid it is out here. And I was just having a conversation with someone out here before I hit the start button because it's just what happens. I'm always in pursuit of my chat, and as I'm in pursuit of my chat, I get all these calls and everybody's texting me and calling me, and I'm like, you guys know I go live on Monday and Friday at 9 a.m. sharp, right? Why are you guys calling me and texting me at this time? Greetings, JoJo, beautiful one. How are you? I saw you guys were doing it up in Oklahoma City. Girl, give me dap. You guys are awesome out there. Like I said on the chat last night, we need like 100 Oklahoma-ish groups. You guys are rock stars out there. I'm loving it. I know my girl Sharonda is in director land, as she should be, as you should be, as we all should be. Greetings. Anyway, let me add them because Facebook is saying that I didn't add. I sat here and add everyone just now, and Facebook just straight told me that I didn't. So, JoJo, did you get a tag from me? Did you get a tag from me saying that I was on, or you just happened to be on Facebook and saw that I went live? I want to know because let me share something with you guys what I experienced on Friday. Hold up, let me tag these people. I'm just tagging you, Jojo girl. Listen, this is crazy. This is really crazy, but I'm gonna always be positive no matter what. Not Facebook or not anyone out there will cramp my style. Not today, not ever, honey. This is called taking your power. It's not Freedom Friday, but we still fighting for our power, fighting for our rights. Okay, Mr. Greer. Baller circle, look at you. Give me that. I'm loving it. I really am. You deserve everything that you got coming to you. All your success you deserve. That's a beautiful thing about being committed, being dedicated to your why, to your goals, to your success. That's beauty. And we're watching you. We're watching you. Anyway, let's read. Like I said, it's a little wet out here. It's super humid. I have to bring my fan out, but let's read. Abundant living is my birthright and I claim it now. And no, I don't have contacts and I'm struggling because when I put my glasses on, it fogs up and I can't see. So, but I'm committed. Abundant living is my birthright. I claim my good now. See, we got to claim what's ours, right? One definition of abundance is living with a degree of plentifulness. So how does this apply to me? As a child of God, abundant living is my birthright. I accept my inheritance when I turn to divine ideas and use them as the building blocks of my life. I choose thoughts that represents prosperity and plenty. God intends for me to live fully, and I allow God's nature to express through me in all that I say and do. I know the power of my thoughts and prayers. I set aside time to give thanks for the many blessings in my life. God created me to live a beautiful, bountiful life. Truly, my life is a living prayer of appreciation. Abundant living is my birthright and I claim it now. Right? These are the words that we have to speak into fruition. We have to speak them into existence. Whatever it is that we want in life, we have to bring it into our lives. No one's going to say, oh, Marcia, you're just so patient here. Doesn't work that way. So what do? We have to get right. We have to get right with ourselves by speaking those things. And I talked about this on Friday. We are good witches, I should say, because when we open up our mouth and speak, we speak words into existence. We cast spells. So you have to be mindful. That's why I always go back to the thoughts, feelings, and actions. You have to be very considerate and mindful of your thoughts and your words and what you're speaking to people, because then what you put out, we get back, right? What goes around comes around. So, but we are powerful beings and we have to know that. So that self-talk that we're having with self is major. In order for us to motivate ourselves and start motivating ourselves from within so that we can motivate others around us, we have to have that positive self-talk. We have to stand in the mirror or wherever. We don't have to be in a mirror. We can be anywhere. Can sit right here, can sit on the toilet, can sit at your desk, in your classroom, sitting there watching TV. No. But anywhere, I'm trying to show you that anywhere you are, you can be standing in a line. You can be pumping gas. and having self-talk. You could be driving and having self-talk. Self-talk is not, there's not a time to have it. You should have self-talk throughout the day. We all should. We should always talk about ourselves, talk to ourselves about improving ourselves. I tell you guys all the time that my goal is to be better than I was yesterday and the day before and the day before. Greetings, Lloyd. How are you? Greetings, Kim. How are you? Beautiful rock star. So we have to go through that. And a lot of us go through, situations and our jobs, and we have all these issues and all these different things that we're dealing with on a regular basis, and we're juggling. Like, I'm not talking about one person has one issue. I'm talking about one person has like 50 million issues, and they're juggling, right? We have to harness that strength. We have to self-motivate. How do we do that? We have that self-talk with ourselves, right? And we mean everything that we say because we're casting spells, right? We know we're casting spells, so we have to be intentional about our words. We have to say those words with meaning so that we can penetrate them. Yeah. Greetings, Miss Patrice. How are you? Greetings, Mika. Greetings, Kathy Sue. Greetings. Listen, guys. So I was on the chat by myself on Friday. I was the only one on my chat. If you guys go back to my chat and watch, I was talking to no one. Facebook decided to block everyone that I invited. My sister was on my phone. She was on my house phone, and I literally added her. She's on the Facebook app, and she did not get a notification because I had freedom fighters and I had hashtag fight for your rights. It's kind of crazy because the topic of this discussion on this chat is never anything negative. I'm always encouraging you guys to tap into you and tap into your highest power. And that is the most powerful thing that you can do. And it's a threat. It's a problem because society doesn't want you to tap into your highest power, your strongest strengths. Society doesn't want you to know how to do that. And I'm simply sharing basic things that we are neglecting as human beings. The little things that we neglect to do as human beings is where we lose our power, we lose our strength. And that's what I share on this chat. And for some strange reason, Facebook doesn't want me to share that. So that tells me Facebook don't want y'all to grow. Because the ratchet nonsense, the ghetto trashy bull is all over Facebook. I mean, you can see something grimy, something dirty, something just ridiculous of another human being on Facebook. But I'm sitting here trying to motivate and inspire, and what am I getting? I'm getting blocked. Well, you know what? It's on and popping because this girl right here never ever backs down from a fight or a challenge. What y'all heard? So it's on and popping. We will find ways. Matter of fact, I'm going to open up another profile page. I'm going to give them work. If they're going to hunt me down, I'm going to give them work. And yeah, I'm putting it out there. Be prepared, because if you ever come in my path and try to stop me, you're going to be stopped. I'm not the type of person that sits down and that somebody just comes and tells me what to do and run me over and demand and control me. I'm in control of me. I told you guys I'm customizing my life. I customize my life, and freedom and abundance is my birthright. One thing no one can stop me from. So these are the things that I fight for, that I'm passionate about, that I pursue. So that's why I'm on this chat and I share as much as I can to you guys from what I'm learning, because I'm constantly tapping into my strengths. I'm constantly grooming myself and raising myself every day. Self-knowledge, feeding myself the information that I need to be a better person every day. That's what I do. And I'm going to put it on this chat every Monday, every Friday. And if I change the schedule, it'll be every day again. And that's just where it is. Joe, what's up, Panamanian bro? Greetings, Mary. Had a wonderful birthday. Greetings, Kay. It is hot out here, and I can't put my glasses on because it's fogging up. It's so humid out here that when I put my glasses on, it gets really foggy. It's just sitting there getting fog. That's crazy. So, yeah. But, abundance is my birthright, and I claim it now. And someone's trying to stop me from my abundance, and I'm not going to have it. Simply that. Anyway, on motivation, I'm going to read. I wanted to read, but I didn't want to, because I really wanted to talk to you guys about motivating self. It's very important that we take some time to motivate ourselves. And I talked about this last May, when I first started doing this chat about, thoughts, feelings, and actions. And it goes right back to our thoughts, feelings, and actions. Things happen all day long. Things happen all week, all year, all month. It's how we handle things that makes a difference in our lives, okay? And allows us to come out with a different result, because maybe you've done it, maybe you've experienced the same situation before in the past. Maybe you've gone through the same thing, or you're going through the same thing that you've been through. And lo and behold, you're still doing the same shit. Excuse my language. Told you I have a potty mouth sometimes. Lo and behold, you're still doing the same exact things that got you there in the first place. So when are you going to regroup, right? So that's what we have to do. We have to constantly have those self-talks with each other, with ourselves. And, Marcia, wait a minute. You did this like this the last time, and you know the results you got. So why are you doing that again? Like, real talk. I mean, I have really, my talks are not really, oh, Marcia, I love me some me. And no. I'm really rough with myself. I'm really harsh with myself because I expect so much of myself. And when I know that I am not, there's a squirrel standing on a piece of wood. That's too funny. When I know that I'm not meeting my full potential, and you and I both know, we know when we meet our full potential. We know when we're lacking, when we're not doing what we're supposed to do, when we're doing too much. We know. Only we can tell that. No one can tell you, oh, you ain't doing enough. No one can do that. We are the only ones can do that. And if you're not doing that, then you need to have a better self-talk with yourself. And if you are doing that for you, pound for you, because that's what it takes. That Joe, I'm pretty sure you've transitioned big time. And look at you, you're doing way better over in Panama than you were doing in America. And it took a drive. It takes drive. It takes for you to say, you know what? I don't want this, and that. I'm not dealing with this, and that. This is what I want, and this is what I'm sticking to no matter what. It takes that kind of drive. And this morning I was on my call, and it said they talked about grit and about having grit. And, he said he spent some time, Mr. Moore said he spent some time with his mom, and she was like 80-something years old. This Friday was her birthday, and she was maybe like 84, 89. Somewhere in the 80s. And my grandmother's in the 80s, so I think everybody's 86, 87 like my grandmother. But he was spending time with his mom, and, she had a conversation with him. She was telling him, I'm pretty sure he was probably asking her about her strengths. She raised them, and, he always talks about his story. He didn't have a butterfly lifestyle. He had a really rough lifestyle, and his mom had grit because she held them together. She raised them, and now look where he is. He's a 6-figure income earner, taking very good care of his mom. But when he was younger, she went through it, and she stuck with it. She went through anything she had to face. She went through it. She sacrificed for her children. That's what we do, especially women, especially mothers out there. We know how to sacrifice. It's just a matter of who or what are we sacrificing for, especially when our children get to a certain age in life. Then we have to sacrifice harder for us and for our grandchildren, because now our children are taking care of themselves. But now our focus is, like me anyway, my focus is my grandchildren, myself and my grandchildren. My boys are good. I raised them right. I raised them well. I have the confidence in that. So we have to focus on, have a good day. We have to focus on ourselves and building ourselves up and motivating ourselves and having that self-talk with self. So what are your self-talks? Please don't put it in a message. I don't want to know anybody's self-talk. This is a question for you to ask yourself and answer it to yourself. No one should ever ask you about your self-talk and you tell them. I'm asking you about your self-talk because I'm trying to trigger something in your brain. I want you to tap into yourself, your conversations with self, and find out how it's going. How is it working for you? Is it helping you to be a better person, or is it making you worse? Never know, because if you're telling yourself some grimy stuff, you're not getting better. Let's just be real with that. If you're not giving yourself positive self-talk and telling your things, all the great things that you need to know and you need to hear to pick you up and boost you and give you that energy to move forward and do what you have to do, it's not going to work. You're wasting your time, and then you're going to feel like, this is the definition of insanity. I'm doing these things. She said to have these talks, but nothing's happening. Yeah, that's because, number one, you're not being true to self. The first thing that we have to do is be true to self. But before we do be true to self, we first have to know ourselves. Know thyself, okay? You have to know who you are and what you're capable of, and then what you want before you can have the self-talk to execute it, right? Because it's a process, like I tell my homeschooler. Everything in life is a process. Everything in life is a process. And one thing that we have to do is we have to trust that process. But we can't trust the process if we don't have confidence in self. See how everything ties into each other? And this is why I have the talk about self-talk within the mind. I'm not trying to give nobody no commercials. I'm always using this West Elm flyer and I like West Elm. Don't you guys like West Elm? Anyway, your self-talk is what's important. And if you're not having that right self-talk with self, guys, nothing's going to manifest. Nothing's going to manifest. All these things and all these visions that you're having of you will not come to fruition because you're not right with yourself. You're not keeping it real with self. I keep it real with self. Oh, it hurts. It makes me cry. Sometimes tears run down my eyes. Not good, but I have to in order to change my situation, in order to get out of where I am to be in the place where I know I need to be, or where I want to be, or where I should be, or where I must be. I gotta have those self-talks, and it gets ugly. It gets real ugly. And like I said, it makes me cry. Even this morning, I had a tear come down my eye. I had a thought, and I was disappointed in myself. I was really disappointed in myself, and I was like, wow. And it hurt my heart that I disappointed myself, and it hurt my heart, and I had a tear. Not a tear, it was some tears, but I'm gonna play it downplay it a little and say I just had a little tear right here, but I did, and it hurt my heart, and it was a self-check for me. It hurt my heart, and I don't like to hurt my own heart. But when I don't live up to my full potential and I don't stick to my goals, I disappoint myself, and I don't like that feeling. And I don't know if you guys are accustomed to that. I'm not accustomed to it, and I'm not trying to be accustomed to it. Okay, that's part of self-motivating. So part of self-motivating is not being comfortable with those comfortable situations. Always being uncomfortable. The only way that we're able to motivate ourselves out of a situation is if we're in an uncomfortable situation. If you're comfortable and you're good, you're going to motivate yourself to stay there. Like, I'm good. Like, I'm good. Like, I don't need nothing. I'm good. No, you're not. No, you are not. If your family member call you today and say that they need your help in something, are you able to help them in any way? Are you able to even give them motivating words of advice? Because that's valuable than going into your bank account and get money. Believe it or not, the money don't have the value anymore. Guys, stop playing. But the meanings, the actions, human beings, okay, having positive, strong people supporting you, having a network, having a village that supports you, okay, that runs with you. Greetings, Rockstar Roz. That right there is priceless. To me, that's priceless. That's worth more than money to me, because people don't have to be there. They made a choice. They choose to be there. So we have to learn to respect and regard those people who choose to be in our circle, be in our life, run with us, grow with us, right? Go through the ups and downs with us. We have to acknowledge and show appreciation to those people. And a lot of times we slip on that. Because we're so caught up in our head is so far up our butt because we got so much going on and we can't see the light of day. Oh, Lord, we can't see the light of day. It happens. It happens to me. It happens to you. It happens to all of us. But we got to get it together. And the only way we can do that is to self-motivate. Motivation has to come from within. Guys, and here's the thing. Yesterday I was thinking about this. I was like, you know what? You sure self-motivate, but wait a minute. You wasn't always self-motivating, Marcia. Stop playing. Let's be real. I wasn't. But when I started reading books, and one of the books that I read was Steve Siebold. It was The Millionaire Mind versus the Middle Class. Honey, I went through it because after I started reading all the Millionaire Minds, I'm like, oh my God, my grandmother raised me this way. Oh my God, I kept asking Mr. Fleming, because that was the book club call at the time. I swear, I kept saying, every time I read something, I'm like, oh my God, my grandmother raised me this way. Oh my gosh, I can't remember. Oh my gosh, she raised me this way. Oh my God, this is exactly how my grandmother raised me. And then I start to think, well, if that's the way she raised you, what's going on with you? Why are you here? Why are you not in this circle right here, right? So that was one of my first rough self-talks with self, like really rough. And it was sad. I was disappointed in me. I felt like I let my grandmother down. I felt like she put so much effort and work into raising my sister and I and putting all this greatness into us. I still have it in me. Don't get it twisted. But you know how life is. You get up and down. And I was at a low point in my life. And I needed it. And I tapped into it. And I remembered how she raised us. And I went back. Things started coming back to me. And before you know it, I was back on top. What? Stopping me? Are you kidding me? I tap into me. I tap into my greatness because I know I have it. Now, what's your greatness? Tap into yours. We all have greatness. Like Mr. Gray always says on our weekly call on Saturdays, he always has this phrase where he says that, God knew, the Creator knew what he was doing. All these millions of sperm cells, and you're the one that made it. The Creator chose you to enter into your mom's eggs, right? To activate your mom's eggs. Because without that sperm cell, the egg is nothing, right? The Creator chose you. Out of all those millions or billions, I can't remember. I'm not big on biology. millions or billions of sperm cells swimming from your dad, trying to race to your mom's egg. Run, 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 run. You were the winner. You were the champion. You made it. That was intentional. The Creator did that on purpose. So what greatness did you show up to bring? Right? Show it. Tap into it. We have to find a way to self-motivate ourselves. And I tap into books. I don't always tap into books, but I share books with you guys because, like I said, years ago, I tap into those books. Those books were my friends. Matter of fact, I cut off a bunch of humans. I didn't really cut off humans because I still love my peoples. They just didn't see me a lot. I didn't have conversations with them as much. I didn't go out. I wasn't up in the clubs anymore. I wasn't going to their house parties or anything they invited me over. I just had to disconnect myself from other people in my network because I realized, I'm not blaming anyone, but I realized that they weren't helping me because no one was raising their level of their vibration. No one was being more conscious. No one was being more aware. So because I was going there and I felt like at the time, I felt like I was the only one. So I separated myself from everyone and I got into books. And the books is what helped me to raise my vibration and get into more self-motivating because I realized, because when we read these books, especially certain types of books, guys, when we read these books, we realize that we can relate to that writer. Oh my God, they went through the same, oh my God, I went through that same thing too. And now we have a bond with that book and now we can't put it down. At least that's me. That's my explanation. I bond with books real quick. And I don't have to curl up in no space. I could be sitting anywhere. I could be on a bus. I don't know the last time I rode a bus, but I could be on a bus and read a book. Greetings, Wolf. How are you, cuz? Grand rising. So, we have to tap into we have to find those little nuggets and those little triggers is what I call them, triggers. Because when we get into when those triggers happen, it's a reason why they're supposed to happen. And we're supposed to take the time to dig deep into that thought. But we don't. We brush it off because maybe somebody with a Lexus is passing. Oh, did you see that green? Oh my God, it was emerald green. That's the one I always wanted. Totally forgot about what you had going on. There's always external forces that distracts us from the most important things that we have to focus on, and we just let it. So I just disconnected myself from everyone and everything, and so that I can focus on picking me up because I knew that I needed to be in a place. I knew that the place that I was in at the time, I've never been there and I wasn't comfortable with it and I didn't want to be there, right? So I did something about it, and that's what we have to do. That's what self-motivating is. We identify where we are. We gauge it. Do I like this? Do I not like this? No. Well, then now we have to do something about it. So what are we going to do? Set the plan in motion and let's go. That's a simple step. But we are so dependent on our mundane routine that we have. Yes, mundane, because you can do better. Whatever it is, I'm not saying, that you're not super busy and not doing, but are you doing the right things? You could be super busy doing a bunch of stuff, but what the hell are you doing, really? And is it beneficial to your life? Is it going to help you to evolve and be a better human being and help you financially and help you whatever, Lee? Greetings, Gail. How are you? Greetings, Yolande. How are you, beautiful people? Remus, I saw you in that baller circle too. I see you, bro. I see you. So, these are the things that we don't want to talk about because we don't want to talk about it. We want to act like we're Beyonce. We woke up like this. We were always like this. We didn't need any changing. We didn't need any grooming. Get out of here with that nonsense. You're lying. And most importantly, you're lying to yourself. Worse. The worst thing that we can do is lie to ourselves. That's the worst thing that we can do. Okay? I told you, I had a tear come out my eye this side. This morning because I thought of something that I didn't put all my effort into, and I felt a little disappointed in myself, and I got really emotional, and I a tear came out. I was like, oh damn, let me just wipe the tear. I was very disappointed in myself, and that made me want to do something. So I sat down. One of the reasons I was 5-10 minutes late on this chat is because I sat down and got to writing and rearranging and changing. So my routine, my schedule, I had to do some things to change it up because I got disappointed in myself, in my actions or lack thereof. So like I said, we have to motivate ourselves. We have to tap into whatever it is. And sometimes we tap into the bad to get to the good. Believe me, I tapped into my lowest point in my life. Like I said, the lowest point in my life was 2010, 2011 or something like that. And I tapped in, and when I tapped in, I was disappointed to the max. And that's where the change came, and that's where the self-talk came in, the real self-talk, because the bullshit self-talk that I was giving myself, that's what y'all give yourselves. Oh, girl, you look good. Girl, you got it going on. No, Stop that nonsense. You're lying. You don't have it going on. Yeah, you might have Louis Vuitton and Prada, and you might have a Lexus on your driveway, but your mind is dirty and grimy, so stop it. Let's be real. Start having that real self-talk with self and lift self up from the inside. And it's going to make your Lexus and your Benz look even better, okay? It's going to make your expensive clothes that you have, you're going to you're going to feel better. People are going to feel you, because one thing that, and we had a competition about yesterday, people feel your energy before they even see you, right? We have energy. We tend to neglect the spiritual side of ourselves. So we multi-dimensional. We function in a physical realm, and we also function in a spiritual realm. And a lot of times when you're coming towards me, I'm peeping your spirit before I even peep you. Even though I saw you physically, it's your spirit I'm connecting with, not your physical. So by the time you get to me, if your vibe is grimy, you're going to get less out of me. That's just how I function. My grandmother raised me that way from young. I'm an energy person. I go off your energy. Your energy ain't right. I'm not messing with you. I'm not hanging around you. You're not even getting a hello from me. That's why my hellos are genuine. When I give it, I give it. I mean it. I'm not saying it because I'm on this chat. I don't have to. We all know we don't have to say anything or do anything. We do what we want to do. And especially me, I customize my life. It's kind of sad. I'm doing what I have to do right now because I'm on another level. When we get to another level, we got to do what we have to do to get to what we want. So I'm there now again. But customize your life. I don't have to say hello. I don't have to say hi. I don't have to be nice to anyone. It's a choice. It's a feeling from deep down within that makes me feel good about myself. And I know that I'm making you feel good when I say it. So it's genuine. It's real. I don't have to pretend. So when you guys come in with your fakeness, kill it, dead it, keep it real. And I hope that I'm not offending anyone on this chat because it's not personally to you, but I hope that I am offending someone because I want you to be better. Okay, I want you to tap into you and self-motivate. That's what I do. I had those grimy talks with self too. Like I said, I had one this morning that made me cry a little bit, but it's okay. It's really okay. On motivation, the dominant motives of humankind involves either freedom or fear. There are no other paths to our psychology. One demands engagement with our true self and ambitions, and inevitably leads to independence, growth, happiness, and transcendence. The other causes us to skirt around challenges, avoiding struggle as much as possible, despite struggle often being the very thing required for growth. Most of the times when we go through things, we grow through them. And us human beings are so terrified of struggling. I mean, we can whine and bitch and complain about everything that's going wrong in our lives, and we never give thanks and give glory to the things that's going great in our life, like the breath that you just breathed this morning when you open up your eyes, the sunlight that you saw, the trees and the birds, the rain that fell and grew the trees. Oh, got my first tomato, guys. I'm so excited. Oh my God. I'm so excited. Sidebar, sorry. You guys know I'm excited about my organic vegetables I'm growing myself. Proud of me. Listen, going to Sprout and spending $30 for 2 peppers, 2 red peppers, 1 green pepper, an onion, and some eggplant. Are you kidding me? $30? Get out of here. My beautiful, beautiful sissy. Welcome, Kabore, Queen Kabore. Greetings, Lisa. How are you, beautiful one? I'm so proud of me. I just saw a little tomato peeping out, and I'm like, oh, my first tomato. I'm so excited. Anyway, back to the topic again. That was a sidebar. I'm so sorry. Let's continue reading. This path leads to weakness. This is on motivation, guys. This path leads to weakness, conformity, and frequently regrets. Through the pursuit of personal freedom, we discover our destiny. Through fear, we look at our demise. Our reasons for tapping into these motives are often called our motivation. We can feel motivated to move towards or halt, to grow or to shrink, to settle or to chase greatness. The actions we take in life are often based on whether our internal logic and impulses lean towards fear or freedom. We're leaning towards freedom, as you guys always know. If we lack compelling reasons to take action, or if our impulses are fearful or protective, then we tend to stay put. But if we have a strong list of reasons to move forward and we've conditioned our impulses to support freedom, we are more likely to consistently advance our lives. And I'm going to stop right there because I like to read, but I like to read to myself. I used to read to the children when my son was in brick and mortar. I would read to the fourth graders. I would read them their stories, and they used to enjoy me. They used to love to come to my class to read when I volunteered. Anyway, I just want you guys to think about that, right? Because we make a decision. You know, like it said, we make a decision. We either allow motivation to take us to the sad part, or to that sad place, or to that happy place. We can either let it take us down because we see others being so motivated, and we just feel like, she's so motivated, she get on my nerves. Huh? Why? Take a page out of her book. Take a page out of her take one of her motivational leaves and just fan yourself with it. Get some motivation. And this is why it's important, guys, for us to tap into self and not look to external things and people for motivation. We have to have that within us. You have to have a reason to wake up in the morning. It has to be something beautiful, and it has to be not about you. Because sometimes you depress you. You've been disappointing you for so long that you're depressing you. So don't think about you. Think about somebody outside of you. You know, sometimes we go harder for loved ones. You know, like me, like I don't like disappointing myself, but I definitely don't like disappointing my family. So, you know, I would go harder just to prove something to them and show them, just because I don't want to disappoint them, just as I will do for self. But it takes self. We start with self. So if you can allow your spouse or your child to motivate you, then you can tap into that motivation and motivate yourself. And stop looking to external sources, because that's where we struggle, guys. When I disconnected myself, I swear to you, I think it was 2010, 2011. I went to Vegas with my sister. I came back. It's either 2012 or 2010 or 2011. I think it's 2011. I came back with a sense of, I don't like how my life is going. I don't like how this is going. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. I wanted all this change. My cousin and I wanted all these changes. And that's when we came back and made changes. I mean, I left corporate America and went into network marketing. That was major, right? Especially never being in network marketing before, ever. I mean, I took a chance. I took a leap. But I didn't take a chance. I didn't take a leap. I took the steps that was ordained for me to take. I took the step that the Creator wanted me to take. Maybe not at the time that I wanted to take it. Maybe so abruptly. Who knows? It's unpredictable at this point. But nevertheless, I took it. And you know what, guys? If I didn't take those steps, who knows where I would be right now? Because I was not getting along with corporate America at all. We were not getting along at all. It was a love-hate relationship. Mostly hate than love. And that's not healthy to no one. Right? Greetings, Shalonda. Greetings, Samantha. That's not healthy. So 2012, it was 2012. No, that was the second time. The first time when we went with the VDC, we did 2012 for CES. But the first time was either 2010 or 2011 when we stayed at the Aria. I think that was 2011. That's the time. It was October-ish. Then I came back and went in. I'm like, oh no, something's got to be done now. Damn it. And I did, little by little, step by step. But you may not be able to see it because I was working from the inside out. I had to get me right first. I had to get in here. I had to get the stinking thinking out of here. Because I'm telling you, I came from corporate America angry as hell. I can laugh about it now. But at that moment, I wasn't laughing. I was angry. Growth is amazing. I was really angry. I was hurt. I felt like they did me wrong. And blaming everyone. Oh, I blamed everyone. I was, they wrong. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Never blamed myself, not once. Never owned up to any actions that I played. I was the best office administrator the Chronicle had ever seen. I knew my stuff, and it was this person's fault and that person's fault. Yeah, I blamed everyone. Not blaming myself, not looking at me and what role I played, whether I triggered them, whether I made them do some things. You know, people, you made me do this. Right. I didn't even think about all that. I was like, hey, whatever. It's their fault. I had to do some serious self-searching and soul-searching. And like I said, that's when I disconnected everyone. Like I said, I didn't not be friends with my friends anymore. They just didn't see me much. They didn't see me much. They didn't hear me much. I wasn't in the clubs. I wasn't partying. I wasn't going to cookouts. I wasn't going to anybody's houses. I was not sharing my energy with anyone until it was right. Until I said it was right. I took control, right? By motivating, by working on me from the inside, working on my stinking thinking all on my own. I didn't need explanation from anyone, spouse or children. I didn't need to write a note to give a message and make a schedule, make an appointment. I just started doing it because it needed to be done. Maybe the creator just placed it in me and said, you know, Marcia, this is your time to start, because we have to start somewhere. It's a long process and it never ends. I stay working on myself. I told you guys this morning I disappointed myself and I had a little tear come out my eyes. Okay, it wasn't a little tear, it kind of came down a little bit, but it was on this side. It was on the left side. But I disappointed myself this morning, and I was just like so hurt because I didn't finish my task yesterday. I had a goal this weekend and I set my goal and I didn't make it, and I was very disappointed because I allowed people to distract me. I allowed such situations to distract me. And sometimes we can make excuses for it, and sometimes we just don't have the tolerance for the excuse. And right now I don't have tolerance for excuses. I'm at that fed up point. I'm ready for another change in my life. Another level. That's time for me to get to another level. So when you get to that fed up point, feed into that fed up point. Do something about that fed upness that you're feeling. It's a reason why you're feeling it. Don't dismiss it. Don't just brush it off and go watch Ratchet TV or distract it. Go to have a drink and say, oh, Lord God, that thought just made me need a drink. I need a drink. Where's my beer? Where's my liquor? Where's my coffee? You know, we do that. We go, oh, I'm going to the bar. I can't take this. I need a drink. Or you go to your own bar in your house, or you go out to the streets to the bar, or whatever you do to distract you from that thought. Don't play into it, because that's what helped me. And that's what stay helping me. When I get those feelings, like I said, working on self never ends. We're always going to work on self because we always want to take ourselves to the next level. And part of motivating ourselves is very important, because how are we going to motivate others if we can't motivate ourselves? How are you going to motivate me when you can't even motivate yourself and you're just with this miserable soul? Get away from here. You can't motivate me. Greetings, Tammy. How are you? Greetings, Jude. How are you going to motivate me when you can't even motivate yourself? Okay? So it starts from within, guys. We have to take the time to not dismiss our thoughts. When we get those feelings, those thoughts, those stinking thinking thoughts, don't dismiss them. It's a reason why your subconscious is regurgitating that. There's some way along your path, you received that. It came to you for whatever reason it did. Don't dismiss it. Everything is intentional in this life. In your life, everything is intentional. The creator don't make mistakes. And if you think the creator mistake, you take it up with him. Don't get a problem with me. Take it up with him. The creator does not make mistakes. So if the creator makes mistake, then you're in error. Is that what you're saying? You're in error? Are you kidding me? Oh, go out and support my boy. Cake and Sports, that's his shirt. I told him I thought I'd give him a plug. If you guys want me to give you a plug, send me a t-shirt or a coffee cup. No, I'm having my own. They were supposed to send it and I don't know what happened to the order. But yeah, it is. It's real, Gail. Yes, it is. Real talk. We have to tap into ourselves, and motivate ourselves in order to motivate our children and our grandchildren and our neighbors and our friends. And it needs to be true, to be really true and real with self. You don't even want to give them some, oh, she needed it, so I just have to tell her something she want to hear. I don't want to tell you what you want to hear. I didn't tell you what you need to hear. That's where I got into battle with myself. Me, myself, and I got into lots of fights because I was telling myself what I wanted to hear. I started telling myself what I needed to hear, and it was ugly. That's where the ugliness comes in. It really is. When we start that self-talk, oh yeah. When you start telling yourself what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. See, that's what most of us do. We have people around us that kisses our ass and tells us all the great things that we want to hear. No, stop it. Stop it. Let's be real. Have real people in your life that's going to tell you like it is, because all they're going to do is stretch you and help you grow and be better. That's what I have around me. I have some rude ass people around me. Ooh, they're mean. I love them. Love them. I love the realness. Love it. It keeps me real. It keeps me grounded. I don't bring fakeness around me. I can't. I get goosebumps. Like, ooh, I smell you. I smell your fakeness a mile away. I'm gonna stop now. No, this is real. Like when you are accustomed to being around genuine, real people and real things, you can sniff the fakeness coming a mile away, and boy, do I sniff it. You know, it's like, wait a minute, hold up. Thank you, because I needed to hear this morning. Well, I'm glad someone needed to hear that. I appreciated it. I know I needed to hear it. Yes, Bundy, it was 2011. I needed to hear it because I'm talking to you. I'm talking to me. That's the self-talk I'm having with self, too. I'm just sharing it with you guys. I mean, I go in a little harder on my self-talk, and it's a little bit more private, so I would never do it on this chat live. But, you know, it's real. It's real. It's not filtered. It's not pre-scripted or whatever. You know what I'm saying? This is real, and we need the self-talk. We need the self-motivation. So, back to Friday. When I first started the chat, I told you guys on Friday that I sat here and I did the chat all by myself because Facebook would not invite any of you guys. My sister was on the line with me. And she was like, Redzi, I never get your chat. You need to add me. I'm on my house phone and I'm on my cell phone adding everyone to my chat because I'm setting up. It's like 5 minutes to 9. And my sissy's on the phone with me and I'm adding her and she's not getting the notification. Simply because I put Freedom Friday, fight for your rights, freedom fighters on Facebook. Mind you, Facebook has the most ratchet, grimy, nasty crap out there that you can see. But me, I'm trying to encourage you to tap into your higher you and your better you and fight for your birthright. What's yours? I'm not saying to go physically have fights with people. I'm talking about fighting with the mental bondage in here. And Facebook straight blocked me. Yeah. So it's another battle that I have to fight. And it keeps coming. But I just keep getting stronger. I just always ask the Creator to make me better. Make me better. Make me stronger. Make me tougher. Make me more resilient to handle it. Why me? No, try me. Don't bring that over here. No, bring it over here. Because maybe you need a change in your life and I'm here to give it to you. See, that's the attitude that we have to own. We have to take it and make it our own so that when things come our way, that it doesn't affect us to that point where we're like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Please. We're all grown and sexy too. Grown and sexy don't behave that way. We handle any challenges that come our way. Any challenges that come our way. Great white rising, beautiful Queenie. How are you? Queen Aries, I'm so happy that you're on my chat this morning. Why not go hard? This is part of keeping it real. Greetings, Fee. How are you, honey? Yes, I'm just keeping it real. I know how to do that very well. Sometimes I hurt people's feelings with keeping it real, but sometimes it needs to be said. Things need to be said. Sometimes I need to hear them. And sometimes I need to hear from my own voice. And sometimes I need to put myself on Front Street, hence this chat, right? Sometimes we have to do that to take ourselves to another level in life. Sometimes we get so complacent with where we are in life and we don't want to make the changes because we're in our comfort zone and it feels good. Snap out of it. What was that? That was only temporary. That comfort feeling is only temporary. Then you get to the next level like me. Every time I get to another level, yes, you are perfect in the divine order, darling. Yes. Every time we get to another level, there's always a level of discomfort. We accomplish our goals and we get to another level with this level. And we're like, yes, I'm good. I accomplished. I'm good. I did this. I did that. Yay, good for me. Yay, me. Pat myself on the back. Right? Now we're here. Now what? Now what? What's the next level? Like, what are we going to do now? You're going to sit there in that same spot? No. Now it's time to take it up to another notch. So whatever that level is that you're striving for, that you're pursuing, you have to evolve and you have to develop yourself because whatever it took for us to get to a certain level, we have to change up our whole vibe, our whole script. That's not what's going to be required to take us to the next level in life, in any aspect of life. When it comes to being a teenager, to a young adult, to an adult, to a parent, to a grandparent, whether it's from washing dishes to cooking in the kitchen to being the head chef, whether it's starting a business from scratch with $2 and now you're a millionaire. It doesn't matter. Every level that we go through in life, there's other tools required to help us get there. The tools that we use in the beginning are not the tools we're going to use to get us to the top at the end. So we have to grow ourselves and develop ourselves every day. It's a never-ending process, guys. But here's the beautiful thing. The beautiful thing is, once you get it, you got it, and you'll never let it go. And the problem is, a lot of us don't get it. A lot of us will make every excuses in the world. Oh, I can't because my mind, and I can't because all this stuff is going on in my life, and I just can't, and I can't, and I can't. Well, that's why you are where you are. Because I heard myself say that so many times. I heard myself say I can't so many times that I really limited myself by saying that. By putting those words on myself saying I can't. The subconscious took it as I can't do nothing. Not a thing. You don't want that. So stop using those words. Like I said in the beginning of this chat, we are good witches, okay? Because we cast spells whenever we open our mouth and speak. It's spells. We cast spells. So we have to be mindful about the words that we put out there. And the self-talk that we have with self is important, because if you're having ugly self-talk with self, then what are you going to do with me? You're going to kill me with ugliness, right? So it's important that we have that good self-talk. I'm talking about keep it real, because you might have some stinking thinking inside of you that your self-talk has to be really nasty before it can be good. Because you got to get rid of all the stinking thinking and then bring the good stuff in. Now you can have awesome self-talks with self, because now you did the work. You got rid of the stinking thinking. Like I told you guys, potty mouth over here to a T. Like my son was like, Mommy, I had to get to the point where I have to change those words up. So what did I do? I mean, I've always been a reader, but I tapped into my vocabulary and filtered those words. Substitute, like, okay, instead of using that, I'm just going to say sugar, honey, iced tea. No, just kidding. No, instead of using that, just take the whole phrase out completely and just rearrange it and go a totally different route. I mean, I still have a potty mouth at times, but it's just not as lethal as it was in the past. And that's growth. And it takes growth. And it's going to take a whole lifetime for me to not be a potty mouth. Because there are going to be situations where I'm going to spill it. Hopefully not. I'm not putting that out there. There are not going to be times where I'm not going to spill it because I don't want to. So I'm not going to allow. So I'm not going to say those words. But, it's a working process. And I'm working diligently on not being potty mouth or foul mouth or letting anyone take me there, or even letting myself take me there, because ultimately we are the ones that go. No one makes us do anything. We do things because we have a level of either weakness or strength or something. I'm not a professional in this, so I don't know. I don't have all the answers, but we're not taking control. When we start taking control, then things would happen and our reaction would be a lot different, right? Because now we're like, wait a minute, hold up. In the past, this is what I did, but I'm grown now. I'm not going to let that affect me. Like I was doing something yesterday. I can't remember what it is. And I was like, no, I'm in a different place now. I don't do that anymore. Oh, way to go, girl. Pat myself in the back, felt proud. That's the beautiful thing about growth. When you set goals in place to grow, and you know that this is going to make you a better person because you feel it in your spirit and your soul, and the Creator's been talking and you, telling you that this is how you will rise, and you decide to pursue it. Are you kidding me? There's no way that you want to disappoint yourself. And that feeling that you get is amazing, that it gets addicted. And now you keep wanting to work on yourself and be better and do things to improve yourself and cut some people out of your life because it's just grimy. I swear to you, I love people. I love, especially my peoples, but sometimes you got to love them from a distance just to better yourself, because people will pull you in. They have certain things that they will draw you in with their energies, and their energy may not be conducive to yours. It may not be good, but just because you love them, you allow them. Can't have that. Got to cut that. Got to nip that. Under no circumstances do we allow any other entity, because I said we all have words that comes out of our mouth, and our words are spells. When we speak those words, we speak them into existence. So if you don't have anything nice to say to anyone, just don't say it, and don't think it either, because your thoughts are just as powerful as your words. Just because it didn't come out your mouth and it came out your mind doesn't mean it's not powerful. It has the power. It has the same warrant. So be mindful. And so be mindful of the people that you have in your circle that have ill will thoughts against you or speak those words against you. Okay? They may not say it in front of your face, but you may hear words. Keep them out of your circle. Keep them out of your mind. Keep them out of your life, because they will destroy you, because then you're going to start to believe what they're saying and you keep going down, because those people they're angry with self. So they're going to put out angry words. They're angry with the world. So everything that they say will be angry. And then you're going to take it and you're going to soak it up like a sponge. And you're going to say, well, this person loves me very much. But they said this and they said that. And you're going to sit there and think it in. Your subconscious is soaking it in. And the next thing you know, you're actually doing those things that person says. No. Unacceptable. We will not have that. We will not have that. Right? We will not have that. So we have to be mindful of our circle. We have to be mindful of the people that we have in our circle and the words that we are saying, the thoughts that we are thinking. Very important. That's how we motivate. Okay? Starting with self. Then when we work on ourselves, then we can go help motivate other people. But we can't do that if we have stinking thinking and we grimy. I mean, it's work and it never ends, guys. And it's a beautiful task. When I took this task on to work on me every day of my life as long as I have breath in my body, working on being a better person every day, every minute, every second, every hour of my life. That was a lifelong commitment to Marcia that I made, regardless of who is in my life or what I'm doing or where I'm going, if I'm going anywhere at all. It doesn't matter what's going on outside of this being right here. That's my first priority, is to work on me. And the older my children get, the more I get to work on me. And it's just such a liberating feeling because they get to reap the best rewards. They get a better mom. They get a better wife. They get a better sister. They get a better daughter. They get a better cousin. They get a better friend. See how everyone benefits off of us just working on ourselves? So go work on yourself and motivate you. Have that beautiful self-talk. Have that positive self-talk with self. Tell self that you are the world, because you are. And you are not a mistake. The Creator intended for you to happen. All those millions of sperm cells racing to get to your mom's egg. And you made it. You're the champ. You won. So you're intentional. You have a purpose. You have a reason. And that's where your self-talk begins. You start there. And then you start to tell yourself about all the greatness that you came to bring and all the greatness that you've already done, right? Talk about all the great things, because that gets your energy up. Then you can start going in on yourself. But give yourself something good first to hold on to, because you're not going to want to have the self-talk again with self. If you go in battle zone, you can't start in battle zone on self-talk you can't start with self-talk in a battle zone. You can't start degrading yourself and dogging yourself. And no, you can't do that. You got to give yourself something to look forward to grow to, right? Talk to yourself about how awesome and how great you've always been, and how where you are now is not where you need to be. And you need to have that talk with self. I can't tell you what to say, everything, every detail. I'm really eagerly trying to help, but I can't tell you verbatim what to say, because everyone's situation is so different, right? But I must go. Oh my God, it's an exact hour. I've been on this chat for 1 hour. But like I said, Friday, I sat here and talked to myself, guys. Something's wrong. I don't know if it's with me or with Facebook, but the fact that I sat there for 30 minutes and spoke with myself, I thought about it. It's like, wait a minute, you just had a conversation with yourself. No one responded to you. No one made a comment, but I kept it going, guys, because I had a lot to say, regardless of if Facebook is going to block me or not. But Facebook, I love you anyway, and I'll be back on Friday to aggravate you, because I will put Freedom Friday, and I will put it on hashtag, and I will keep doing it every Friday. I will do it. I will never stop doing it until you get rid of me, which you can't. Yes, I'm talking to you, Facebook. Thank you, Queenie. I appreciate it. Anyway, I gotta go. Thank you. I wanted to just drop something to motivate you guys, to keep you guys going, give you some grit, give you something to go, to push through, because with the pace that we set today is the pace that we'll have for the whole week. So I want you to set a very positive pace and not allow anyone or anything to come into your way and affect you, okay? Anyone or anything, no circumstances whatsoever. You're the greatness. You're the greatness. So bring it and carry it out to Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, every day. But set the pace today, okay? Thank you for coming on. I appreciate you guys. Let me see if I missed any comments, because I didn't have any comments on Friday, guys. It was hilarious. I'm like, oh my God. I told my sissy, I said, Sissy, I was just having a beautiful conversation with you, and then I got off the phone and I went on my chat and I had a conversation with myself. She was dying with laughter. She said, girl, you crazy. Greetings, Lloyd. Greetings, guys. It says everyone's watching. It says everyone says good morning. It says I got you back. I appreciate you. Oh, I have friends. Friday was not the case. Friday, I was like, what happened? Did I not tag everyone? And I did. I tagged all of you guys. My thing is, I don't want to spam you guys. I don't want to tag and then tag you again and then tag you again. And I feel like I sit here in the mornings before I hit the live button. I tag all of you. I tag those of you who send me messages telling me, please tag me so I can be on your live chat with you. I tag you guys. I really do. And I want you guys to know that. So if you guys going to send Facebook a report, let them know that you try to get on Marcia on the Moose chat and you're not getting it. Whatever. I don't care. Whatever you do. Because I am tagging you, and I just want you to know that. But I think that maybe because I'm not running ads with Facebook, I don't know. I'm just assuming. I really don't know. And I'm going to dead that now. So thank you so much, Susu. No problem. Just as he created things into existence, so we have to have the same power. So we have to be careful what we speak. Absolutely. You're outstandingly great. Thank you. We must all know that we have God's DNA. We were created in his name. Absolutely. Greetings, Horace. Greetings, Cynthia. How are you, beautiful people? Thank you so much for coming on. I so appreciate the company. I appreciate the time, okay? I really do. I appreciate you taking the time to get on here. Obviously, we are right here with each other, and you guys are feeling me because you're positive beings just like me, and you know it works. You know that positive vibration is magnetic. It's electrifying, and people love it. It draws people to you. But only you would know that. The people who are constantly miserable and grumpy wouldn't know that, right? People who harness negative energy wouldn't know that. But us, those of us who harness positive energy and we're willing to share it with the world, we know. So you guys go out there and share it too. Somebody need it. Somebody next to you in the car, in the bus, maybe at the light. Maybe you look over in the next window over and they're like sourpuss. Give them a smile and a wave and tell them, have a wonderful day. Scream it out loud if you have to. People need it. Somebody needs it. Somebody needs it. Whenever I tell someone to have a beautiful, wonderful day, they never say, you go suck it. They never. They're like, oh, thank you so much. I needed that. Oh, you do the same. Right? That's the greeting we get. So if that's what we want, we have to give it, right? So go out there and give it. Give the motivation, give your love. And most of all, most importantly, give it to yourself. Because you can't give it to someone else if you don't have it in you, right? So it's very important that we do that. Peace and blessings. Love you guys, and I will see you guys on Friday for Freedom Friday. Freedom fighters, and let's fight. Oh, go ahead. Cake and Sport. It's my guy's, he's on Instagram. Pretty cute, you know. I like when I go on the road and travel and stuff, I like to put his little shirts on, and people always say, what is that? I was like, oh, that's my homeboy's design, his line. You can go on Instagram to Cake and Sport and order his clothes. Peace and blessings. Love you guys. Talk to you on Friday. Keep shining brilliantly wherever you are on Earth, gal. Oh, thank you, honey. I most certainly will, and you do the same. I know you do because you have been doing that for decades. Mwah. Love y'all. Take care.